Welcome to Vid Tech with Rick. Well, have you ever wanted to experiment with a green screen, but you don't really want to spend too much money? Well, for about 10 bucks, you can go down to your local craft store and just get some poster boards and mount them onto the wall, and you have a perfect kind of green screen. Now, it's not too professional, but you might be able to get away with it. Now, I'm using my iPhone 11 shooting in 4K 60p. That kind of makes a difference to have a really sharp video to start with. And then, of course, I do have lights, so that works. You want to put lights on your background and light yourself, and that should work for you. So what can you do with a green screen? Why would you ever want to put it in your video? You're really not going to fool anybody. It's not going to be like a Hollywood magic type situation. So what I would use it for is like a virtual set. Maybe you just want to add some pizzazz. Maybe you want to do a skit where you put yourself into a movie or a cartoon, or maybe you just want to have a cool background behind you while you're doing your vlog, or maybe you're doing a special video. So, fun stuff like that. So that's what I would do a green screen for. Now, this one was very cheap, like I said. Okay, so let me explain how I achieved this fantastic look. Okay, so this room is very small, but I'm going to try to put the green screen on that wall because I'll have more space to put my lights and things. Obviously, this is the wide angle in, so it's kind of deceptive. The room is very small. Tabs are really easy. They're sticky on both sides, so I just put them on, and then I'm going to peel off the sticker. And I'm going to keep the sticker and put it back on because these are supposed to be reusable. At least that's what the packaging says, that these mounts are reusable. Well, I got this poster board. I did some trial and error. I got 3 of these. That wasn't enough. I got 2 of these. That wasn't big enough. Well, when I first heard about the Apple upgrade program, I was more nervous than when I wore my mask to a Trump rally. And then I tried to add these. They're not exactly the same color, so I was running into some issues. Okay, I'm going to show you how to set up a do-it-yourself green screen for about 10 bucks. It's very easy, and you get some good results. So I went back and just got 8 of the exact same color. This is more of a lime green, so it's a little bit different color, but I think it will work pretty good. Now, of course, I'm filming this right now, so I haven't seen it, but we'll see how it works. My experiment that I did yesterday seemed to do pretty good. I just didn't have enough coverage, but now I think I have enough coverage. Okay, so I also tried to experiment with some of this construction paper. First I put it in the window, that was a mistake, and then I put it on the wall. So I'm going to stand in front of it, and we're going to try to see. Now, the light has kind of gone down a little bit, so I don't know if we're going to get a good, with just natural light. Maybe we'll try this again tomorrow, but this is what it would look like just to put it up against the wall that's getting some light. This could work too. This was only $2 for this, but I think it would be much better to use these big giant poster boards because then you don't have as many. So if you want to do a green screen, it's super easy. You can spend up to, I wouldn't spend any more than like 20 bucks to do this. If you're doing a head-to-toe thing, maybe you would spend a little bit more, but like I said, each one of these poster boards is only 87 cents. Now, there was even bigger single sheet poster boards for about 12 bucks. That's getting a little bit too expensive because, like you can go to Amazon and get something more professional for only like $42. And then of course there's a collapsible green screen that Impact has at B&H for only about $57. So that's probably a better solution if you're going to be doing this all the time. With a collapsible green screen, you can also go outside. I've gotten some great results if you go outside in natural light because you've got the background lit up and you've got yourself lit up. So that usually works really great. So if you're thinking about doing more green screen, I would go ahead and spend the money and get that. But if you're just doing something fun and simple and you just want to set it up in your room, like I'm doing now, I think this will be an easy solution for me because I really just don't have the space. I've been shooting in my living room. I don't really love that look. I don't know. I kind of like standing up and doing it like this and maybe putting myself into a virtual set. Okay, so obviously you probably don't want to have a green shirt. Now this one may or may not work because it's a little darker color than the green, but it's not probably going to work the best. So you want to have something that's like a complete contrast color or dark. White will sometimes, if you're using lights, will kind of reflect, like see my hands are reflecting the light. Okay, so blue is a good color, or any kind of a contrasting color. I kind of like the way the black looked on me. It seemed to be simple to, kind of separate the colors because what we're trying to do is just get rid of the green background to make it disappear. And so whatever we have to stand out is great. Okay, so for 10 bucks, you can set up a green screen like this, especially if you have the lights. Now, if you don't have the lights, I would set it up like maybe in a living room that's getting a lot of light and just put it on the back of a wall and see if you can film yourself just with natural light. Sometimes that works. Okay, so this is just a quick recap. I've been able to sit down and edit the footage I had yesterday. I actually find that this lime green color actually worked really, really well, better than the other colors. However, they both did pretty good. Now I'm using Final Cut Pro X. I go ahead and go in there and use the crop tools, and I crop out everything around me that's not green and then color key the green. Now before I was having to kind of adjust it, but with this green color, I just dropped it on the timeline, the keying effect on the timeline, and it just instantly did it. And I didn't have to do anything to it. And I also found that reduces the processing time too, which was surprising. So if you don't have to adjust, that's great. So what I've got is my light here that I am lighting the background, and I've also got my light in the front, and I've got a little fill light here too. So that's what I'm using. It seems to have been working really, really well. And also, let me just say that tequila shirt I was wearing, it was green, and I really thought it was just going to disappear. I was going to try to show you, yeah, this is what happens and it will disappear. It didn't. It's really good. Green screen technology has really, really gotten really good. When I was a kid and trying to edit stuff like this, I had my standard definition tape, and that just wasn't sharp enough, and it wasn't getting the edges very good. And with shooting with 4K 60p and with this kind of light and the editing software I have now, I think it's really, really improved a lot. I don't think you're really going to be able to fool anybody with this green screen effect at home unless you spend a little bit more time and maybe a little bit more money. I think I would definitely get the more expensive collapsible green screen, because I'm really not going to put this up on the wall the whole time. And if I want to film, then I'm going to have to take it off and put it back on. I can, it's not a big deal, but it's kind of an effort. And I think I'd rather just get something that's collapsible. But if you just want to do something simple and fun and quick, you can go down to your local craft store and get some poster board, maybe even Walmart might have it, and you can just have this great effect. And it's kind of a fun thing to do. Editing software has really come along, and I think you'll really enjoy yourself and have a good time. So if you like little video tips like this, please like this video and subscribe to this channel, Vid Tech with Rick. I'll see you in the next one.